I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am fertile. My fertility goddess.
Hello, beautiful fertility goddesses. Welcome to your spirit baby reading, goddess. Oh my goodness, it has been so long since I've posted a video. I felt such a strong urge today to get on here and record a spirit baby update reading for you guys. So these messages are going to be messages that your little one wants to share with you, urgent messages that they've been trying to get across to you that they may have already gotten across to you, but maybe you just need some confirmation that what you received from them is really the message. So that's what we're here to do. I already have pulled your cards or shuffled your cards for the most part. So I'm already ready to go. I hope you guys are too. Welcome to the Fertility Goddess community. If you are new here and this is your first time getting an update or a message or notification that I've posted, I'm so excited to have you here. If you've been here for a while and you've been a part of the family for a while, I just want to thank you so much for being here with me through my ups and downs, my posts, my not posts, for checking in on me, all of that. I love you guys so much. If you haven't joined the family yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you like the vibes of this video, then definitely hit the thumbs up. Before we get started, I do want to mention a company that I just recently partnered with. It is called Otter Spirit. You guys know I love my bangles, I love my bracelets, okay? And I have some extra special ones on today. I've actually put on the screen the Otter Spirit Mother Collection and Mother Bracelet Collection, and I love it. It was actually sent to me from this company, and this is a little box that it came in. There were actually, each bracelet had its own box. It is so cute. And let me tell you, I love these bracelets because each bracelet is actually either AA or AAA grade gemstone, which I love, which means it has great quality. It's authentic. Each bracelet actually comes with a little like affirmation. This is for the rose quartz bracelet that's in the mother's pack, and it says, "I am loved for who I am." And then it also gives you like a little care guide so you can, it tells you how to take care of each bracelet. Let me just show them to you up close here. I have the clear quartz, which is in the mother's pack, okay? And let me not tell you that real quick. I'll tell you after. Let me show you. And then I also have the rose quartz, okay, which is in the mother's pack. And then I also have the howlite, okay, which is in the mother's pack. Now, you may have noticed this little like, what is that? Like a little pendant, or I don't even know what to call it here on the bracelet. But the reason why that is there is because each purchase that you make actually donates to the Otter Foundation, or I believe it's like an ocean or wildlife foundation that they donate to, which makes it even extra special. So anyways, I just wanted to share that tidbit. If you guys are interested in getting the mother's pack, which I think is a great intention set if you are trying to conceive or wanting to connect with your spirit baby or even pregnant, then check out the link down below in the description box, as well as a discount code, so you can save on your order. Okay? All right, guys. Now let's dive into your reading. This is why you are here, right? You want to select your messages from your baby through the pile that you feel most drawn to. So whichever, maybe you already know, all the timestamps are down below, okay? But if you don't, take a moment, pause the video, take a couple of deep breaths, and then tune into whichever pile you feel most connected to. And I will see you in your pile, okay? We have pile 1, 2, and 3, okay? 1, 2, and 3. See you there. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who selected pile number 1. These are going to be your most important messages from your spirit baby as of right now, okay? When I started pulling the cards for your pile, I started to hear like a 30-day time frame. So these messages may resonate with you already. They may be something you've already been experiencing and you're just here to get confirmation. Or they could be something that's upcoming, okay? Something that may be happening within the next 30 days that your baby kind of wants to let you know about, and prepare you for, okay? So I have all of your cards for the most part already pulled. We're just going to pull a few more along the way. But the very first message that I have for you today comes from my Hi Mama Spirit Baby Oracle deck. And it says, Hi Mama, nature is a big part of our conception journey. So if you're trying to conceive right now, if you're pregnant, if you are curious about your spirit baby right now, the first message that I have for you that baby's trying to get across is that nature is really important for you right now. Okay. I'm hearing get outdoors, go hug a tree, spend time in the grass, go to the sand, go hiking, climb a mountain, something. It sounds to be crazy, but just being out in nature, being outdoors is a power source for you right now. Literally a power source, okay? And a lot of the goddesses that I'm speaking to right now, you guys may have found yourself being homebodies or maybe wanting to isolate or kind of be, away from a lot of energies. And same, okay? Same. I've been in that energy too. Hence to why I haven't posted for a while. Plus, life has just been lifing and really, really busy. But I really do feel like, one of the biggest messages that your baby has really been trying to get to you recently or get through to you recently is that nature is your power source, meaning that when you are out in the sun, it fuels you. When you are in the grass, when you let your feet touch grass, it fuels you, okay? The trees, put your hand on a tree trunk, pick up some leaves, go pick some flowers or talk to the flowers if you don't want to pick them, okay? Talk to the flowers, add flowers into your home, bring nature inside, is what I'm hearing. And I really do feel like, each part of nature is going to give you something different. I'm even hearing that some of you guys, and you know this already, if this is you, or maybe you've suspected, but you are like a nature spirit, or you have a very strong connection with nature spirits. And therefore, you are able to speak to trees, you're able to connect with the fairies, you are able to, understand the I want to say the source of nature more better than others. So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's go ahead and get a couple more messages from your little one. I actually want to start off. Yeah, okay. So we're going to keep going. We're going to move into some tarot messages and see what else baby wants to share. And then right here, I think I am going to pull a few more cards for you when I flip over this tarot card. So the next one we have is the Six of Cups. Now, this is also reminding me of a message that I was hearing when I saw the nature card. I do feel like if you are trying to conceive right now, or you're dealing with something like an illness, or if you are sick, you find yourself like kind of feels like you have a tickle in your throat, or you're needing to like take care of yourself. I am hearing like natural, okay, or nature, connecting with nature in that way as well is important. So, for example, if you are trying to conceive, maybe you will be conceiving this little one through drinking herbs, taking herbs, drinking teas, working with natural remedies. Okay, I'm also hearing, maybe you are working with a physician, but there is a natural aspect to your journey to baby as well that's going to help you conceive your little one. Or it could also be that you are instead of like it being like the conception aspect of your journey to baby, it can be that being out in nature while you are going through an IVF procedure, or you're going through an IUI procedure, is the balance that is going to bring the balance that you need throughout this time. Now, the tarot card that we have here, the Six of Cups, okay, and I feel like the message coming through this card for you is that you are protected. I am hearing that and your children are protected, your babies are safe. So whether once again you are trying to conceive, curious, or you are pregnant, I am hearing that your children are safe. I do feel like this is a reminder to you, and for some of you guys, this is the introduction to the fact that you actually have a direct line, okay, to your baby's guides, to your baby's angels, their guardian angels, okay. So as their mother, okay, or future mother, or father, or future father, you have a direct line to them, meaning you can pick up that phone and you can talk to them immediately, okay, and you can speak to your children's guardians. And this goes for children that are earthside as well. That this goes for your parents as well, for you, okay. So this is why a mother or a father's prayer is so powerful, because it's not just an energy that is put out, when someone else is praying for, or speaking life over someone like a friend, more than one, two or more gathered is power, right? It's power, and it's something that really does provide us with what it is that we need on a very, very deep level. And the reason why is because there's more, there's more than one gathered, right? And the energy is amplified. Well, when it comes to your parents or you as parents, only one. We only need one voice, okay? We only need one voice. And so I'm hearing, use your words, speak life into your body, speak life over your children, current children, future children, okay? The energies that you feel around you, right? The babies, the spirit babies that you feel around you, speak them into life, speak them into existence is what I'm hearing. And also speak health over their bodies, speak health over their mind, over their spirit, over their soul, okay? You have the power to do that. And you also have the power to, of course, do that for yourself. And I am hearing do that as well. But for some of you guys needed this confirmation that all is well. You are protected. They are protected. Okay. And I am hearing good health. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say that, things are healthy when it comes to your pregnancy or that they will be healthy. But I am hearing the word or the phrase good health, which I do feel like is Spirit's way of saying that I'm hearing, I'm listening, right? I'm listening to your prayers. I've heard you. Your prayers have been answered. And so I do feel that energy from this. I do want to pull another tarot card here, Spirit. Can we get another card to go with this Six of Cups energy? Okay. I also feel this is confirmation that, yeah, children are all around you. Six of Cups and Nine of Cups. I do feel like your wishes are being fulfilled or will soon be fulfilled. And baby wants you to know that. Maybe you've been feeling them, your babies around you, or your baby around you. I also feel like if you are pregnant, Nine of Cups to me is, it does represent like 9 beautiful months of pregnancy. It does represent, like, I feel like this is a card that represents contentment, completion, completing a cycle. So there is this energy of completion that is surrounding this pregnancy. Once again, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say that there won't be anything that happens along the way, but I do feel like 9 months is coming through very strong as a vibration here surrounding this pregnancy, which is beautiful, of course, which is something that I'm claiming for all of you to have a healthy and happy and content, okay, emotionally satisfying pregnancy for both you and baby, right? Now, I am seeing once again wishes are being fulfilled when it comes to children. So this is a beautiful message and confirmation that's coming through from your baby. Well, for some of you, okay, Two of Cups energy, I do feel like you may be conceiving within the next 2 months. Okay, for others, I do feel like you may have twins. Okay, so this could be within the next 2 cycles as well. This could be within 2 IUI cycles. This may be your second IUI cycle. This could be your second IVF cycle, okay, or round of IVF, something like that. But the number 2 is really significant here as well, okay? Let's see what else we have coming through for pile number 1. We also have the Death card. Ooh, so with this card, and I don't want you guys to be, concerned or worried. The Death card does represent an energy of transformation or rebirth, like it says on the card. I also want to just point out that I was picking up this energy of, like, if anyone was concerned about maybe, experiencing a loss or, not going full term with their pregnancy, it could be because you've experienced that before. I do feel like even the Two of Cups energy can represent that this soul that was once present that maybe left too soon, okay, is they had me pause it too soon because they're like, it wasn't too soon for me, but it was too soon for my mama and my papa, okay? Because you have to know that every soul has their contract. They know how long they're going to be here, if they're actually going to be, experience a life here on earth, or if they're meant to come into their mother's vessel for a different purpose, a different reason, right? But I did feel like I wanted to say too soon because I do feel like from our eyes, our perspective, this child left too soon. Maybe this was through a chemical pregnancy, a early, a pregnancy loss in general, a stillbirth. Maybe this little one left, maybe they were only a couple of months old, or they were a year old. I'm even hearing a year old. I do feel like this soul is coming back, and I do feel like this soul is coming back to you. I do feel like they are coming through through another pregnancy, of course. And this could also be what this Two of Cups is representing. And maybe you have felt that as well. Maybe you have felt that an angel baby that surrounds you is going to be returning. And I do feel like that's confirmation for someone here. Now, the other thing that baby wants to confirm is that the things that you've been experiencing just in general in life you haven't just been experiencing them for no reason. The transformations that you've been going through recently, and the ones that are upcoming, I do feel like they are helping to shuffle things up, shuffle things around to strengthen your foundation. Whether this is surrounding your health, I'm getting red energy. So this is like your root chakra. So this can be your health, your finances, your career, your relationships with yourself, your relationships with others. This could be in terms of many different things: security, safety, which is why we also have that protection. Maybe there was something that needed to be shuffled around so that you and your family could be safer than what you previously were. I just know that the things that you've been experiencing, Scorpio energy, that death energy, that Phoenix energy, okay, is what's surrounding you right now or is upcoming. And I do feel like, your spirit baby is really wanting you to understand that, if when you make it through. I said if because some people have been thinking like, well, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this, right? So which is why I said if, but you will. Stay strong. I am hearing, even my voice is starting to waver. So there is like this sense of like faith wavering, right? And I am hearing that you will make it through. And when you do make it through, you're going to be so grateful that you did. You're so grateful that you held on, even if it was by a thread. So grateful that you just kind of rolled. I'm seeing, I'm actually seeing Kung Fu Panda, and I'm seeing Po, and I'm seeing him just rolling down the hill. And I do feel like, this is what some of us are being called to do right now. We're fighters, right? Which is why Kung Fu Panda popped into my head, because he's a fighter, right? Dragon warrior. And I am hearing you are a warrior. You are one of, God's strongest warriors, strongest soldiers. But I do feel like, right now you're being asked to roll. Just stop, drop, and roll. Just roll. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And when you get to the end of this heel, right? Because it is a heel. It is a heel. There is this energy of going downhill, which means that it's not hard to roll. You just kind of have to surrender and give into it and allow yourself to roll and not try to fight back. Once you get to the end of this heel, then you will have, all of a sudden, it's going to feel like you have this strength and this power, and the gravity is not fighting against you, right? That is actually supporting you, and you're able to stand up strong. You're able to get up. You're able to move forward. You're able to experience the changes that you've been waiting for, right? But give it a little bit more time is what I'm hearing. For some of you guys, the number 13 is really important. I heard 13 weeks, so that can also be significant. You may even be 13 weeks pregnant right now watching this. But I also am seeing Scorpio energy, which is, I'm recording this in October. Scorpio season starts this month. So this is timeless. But if you are a Scorpio, if you are watching this around Scorpio season, okay, then this can be confirmation for you that this is your reading. We also have a lot of water energy here. So Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, I feel like are all really significant as well. And maybe even some earth energy here with the nature card. But definitely water, and Scorpio season. So Scorpio season could be the month that you conceive, maybe even the month that you are due in, okay, which is October, November. Now, I do want to read the card. It says you are undergoing a significant transformation in your fertility journey, and I'm hearing embrace it, okay? It does say embrace change for optimal health, release what no longer serves, and trust in the process of renewal and growth as you continue on your path towards conception, okay? Very simply put. Very simply put, okay? And exactly what I feel like you needed to hear today. So let's get some more messages. We have a few more cards, and we're going to end with some self-care messages because that's what baby wanted to end with today. I hope you have enjoyed these messages so far. If you have, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what resonates with you, and if you have made it this this far, then put a little Scorpio emoji in the comments, okay? Or a brown heart, so I know that you made it this far and that you are part of Pal 1, okay? We also have Fence. Ooh, this is reminding me, oh my gosh, there's so much coming through. Okay, so one, this is reminding me of like what Spirit was just saying about like surrender. You know, I'm hearing put your guard down, take that fence away. You know, maybe you have been like you know, it's just in human nature, honestly. Whenever we feel like we are up against something, we automatically, a lot of times, we start trying to problem solve. We start trying to figure it out. We start trying to, okay, well, how do I solve that? Well, how do I get out of this situation? How do I do this? How do I do that? Right. And right now, I'm hearing, you know, the things that are occurring, the things that are upcoming, they are meant to bulldoze this fence. Okay. And you're just going to have to put a whole new fence up when things are done and over with. Right. I'm thinking of like a tornado, right? A storm. Like the tornado is going to come through. It's going to rip up what it's going to rip up. And then what is gone is just going to have to be replaced. Right. The great thing is that it's a material thing and it can be replaced. That's the beautiful thing. Right. And so I'm hearing, you know, find gratitude in that a lot of the things that I feel like you may be experiencing transformations or transitions in are material things that can be replaced, things that can, you know, things that can even come in bigger and better is what I'm hearing. Okay, some things, some, you know, may not, maybe some things are not replaceable, and that's when, you know, you have to go within and figure out what the best, I don't even say figure out, but go within and ask God to guide you to what the best source of healing is for you, so that you can move forward, right? The other thing that I was hearing too was that protection message again. It literally says, and this is my first time reading the card, it says divides, protected, and distant, which is so crazy because it's everything that has come through today, which is just confirmation of baby's message. Divides and distant, of course, is oh, and I have chills, is the message surrounding what we were just talking about, you know, fences divide, right? And I honestly feel like for some of us, we've been thinking that the fence that we have up maybe around our heart because we don't want to get our hopes up again. We don't want to be frustrated or upset about not conceiving or not having a full term pregnancy or whatever the case may be. Everyone's story is going to be different. Not having hope, right, is ultimately what it comes down to because we don't want to get hurt again. It's actually putting distance between you and your desire. It's actually prolonging the waiting period, if you will, right? It's extending the waiting period, versus supporting you and getting to what it is that you desire, your heart desires most, right? It's creating distance and it's dividing you, right? It's dividing you. So there's a divider between you and you achieving your goal, right? And what it is that you want, which is joy, happiness, contentment, success, pregnancy, holding your baby in your arms. You know, everyone's desire will be different. But what it is, it's your past hurts. It says your past hurts are fencing you away from new possibilities. Okay. And then I love that we have protected in the middle of this because this lets me know and reminds us that of that first or second message that we got, which is you are indeed protected. Baby came through with that message so strongly, and this is just confirming that you are indeed protected. Okay. And ooh, chills, 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 chills. I actually have a little butterfly, like little pendant thing right here on my desk, and there's like butterflies that are here, and even the butterflies represent this like transformation energy. I'm hearing let it go, whatever it is, let it go, 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 let it go. Okay. Some like, once again, some things cannot be replaced, you know, they can never be replaced, but they will always reside within your heart. And some things can be replaced. We just have to be open to, you know, being like, okay, well, it's kind of this sense of acceptance, you know, the heart chakra. So connecting with your heart chakra, working with your heart chakra, going out into nature and asking nature to bring healing to your heart space is going to be very powerful in your transformation as well. Some of you guys really need to hear that this is only temporary. You're in a temporary space right now, and it won't last forever. Okay, so whatever you've been feeling, especially a lot of feels are here. So whatever you've been feeling, whatever you've been going through or growing through, whatever you have been rolling through, just kind of rolling with the punches, you know, this is just something that is temporary. It's not something that is going to last. I love this. I love this. Okay, let's see what our last few messages are now. Okay, so the first one we have says, Mama and Papa, we have a physical connection. I send signals to your body, and I have no doubt of this because I have been getting chills this entire reading. So you probably have been receiving chills or pings or little twinges by your ovaries, even, or baby's been kicking, or you've been getting some sort of signal. And it may not even be as blatant as that, right? In terms of like fertility or pregnancy, it could just be that you're feeling sensations by your neck. It feels like hair is like rubbing the back of your neck or tickling your face. It could be that you are feeling something in your facial area by your eyes. Feels like something's in your eye. It could be that you're experiencing some discomfort someplace by your knee, your elbow, your neck, But baby has definitely been connecting with you physically. And one way to see if this is your baby or if you're experiencing something different is speak to your baby. When you feel something, say, baby, if that's you, then make it go away, right? If it's painful. Or even if it's not, you can say, then make that feeling or sensation stop if that's you. Okay, and if it goes away, then you will know that that is your baby connecting to you physically, and you can tell them, you know what, I think I want to connect with you in a different way. How about you tap on mommy's shoulder, or how about you give me chills, or you put a warming sensation in my back or my right shoulder, or you can be as specific or as vague as you like, but you could always connect with them and tell them what it is that you desire. Okay, once again, speak what it is that you want. Okay, speak what you want. We also have relationship troubles are causing a bit of a blockage on our path. Okay, so you could be going through some things right now when it comes to your relationship with others. I think we spoke on that actually earlier about your relationships with others and your relationship with yourself. And I feel like this is why baby's advice was like, to be out in nature and also be natural. I'm hearing something about being authentic to with self, doing the things that feel right to you. Setting up boundaries, but not in a way where you're fencing yourself in, because fences can work both ways, right? It can keep you in, but it can also keep others out. And I heard this message once before, and it said recently, and this guy said, people get, boundaries twisted. They think that boundaries are for other people, when in reality, your boundaries are set for yourself. Because when you set a boundary, that's so you don't overstep that boundary for you, right? So that you have the energy you need at the end of the day, so that you have what it is that you need to fill your cup up. Okay, that boundary was set not for that person to follow, but for you to follow for yourself. And I feel like that's something that, your baby wants you to also understand, that when you set a boundary with someone, when you set a ground, you put your foot down and you say, no more of this or only this. This is so that if someone starts to overstep that boundary, you start pulling yourself back, or you start correcting the situation, or you speak up, you advocate for yourself, you do what is necessary for you, because you're in your head. A lot of times we get upset. We're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I told them this and they still did it, or they did this or that. They overstepped that boundary. They don't respect me. Da, 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 da. In reality, if you're still dealing with that, then you don't respect yourself. Okay, so that is what I'm hearing. A fence can work. Some of you guys, you need this fence, but you need to like put a door right here so that you can walk back and forth and not block your blessing, right? So like that's also the case. If you've been going through some relationship troubles, I do feel like there's healing that is coming in surrounding this situation for you. I also am hearing, this could also be what is causing that delay, or what your baby is supporting you through right now in the transformation. This just transformation phase. Baby is helping you when it comes to this relationship, healing of this relationship, whether it's with your partner. For some of you guys, it is with the father of your future child or of your current child. Okay, with the Two of Cups, I do feel like it's someone you're close with, or you will be getting close with. Maybe your relationship is going to grow stronger or get closer. It could also be with like a mother or a father figure. Maybe I'm really feeling mothering energy though. And for some, it's also with yourself. Okay, so I do feel a couple of different relationship connections here. Of course, this is collective. So take what resonates for you. And then we also have mommy eating habits are causing a bit of a blockage in our path. So another message baby wants you to have today is that, mama, be mindful of those eating habits. Okay, what are you eating? Okay, and how frequently, and how is it making your body feel? This could also be like the physical sensations you're feeling. That this could be like a signal coming in from your spirit baby after you eat something. If you're getting inflammation, then maybe we need to kind of like calm that down a bit, right? We need to cut that out even. So it's I feel like it's going to be very, of course, varying for everybody, but that's also baby wants you to know, okay? And this is a quick transformation too. This is the other thing too, and we're on our last message, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me for so long. I feel like it's so much baby wanted me to share today, especially because I haven't done a reading in a while for you guys, so there's just so much that's just blah, 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 coming out. But with you being in this transformation energy and this rebirth energy, like this is the most potent time for you to experience powerful transformations in your life. Use this energy, okay, to your advantage. Don't be afraid of the energy. Use it to your advantage. Roll, 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 okay? And as you roll, collect things as you roll, okay? Collect and go and collect and go, okay? And when you get to the end of that path, when you get to the bottom of that hill where you can't roll no more because now you're laid out flat and you're like, oh my gosh, did I survive that? Like, yes, you survived. You're actually going to get supported by gravity and you can stand up straight. You aren't going to be rolling anymore. You're not going to be fighting anymore. But you also collected things along the way, lessons, right? Lessons learned, wisdom gained, all these different things that you're going to be able to use to your advantage once you hit that bottom, okay? And I wanted to say rock bottom, but spirit wouldn't let me. It's not rock bottom, okay? It's a new space, it's a new plateau, it's a new platform. And this is something that baby has been waiting for some of you guys in order to come through, okay? So embrace this transformation. I'm with you guys, okay? I love you guys so much. Let's look at these 2 self-care messages to end our reading today. And if you want to book a personal session with me, my link is in the description, okay? We have watch a movie. Okay, movie time. Okay, maybe this follows for me because y'all, I've been movie watching. I have been needing this. This has been my sacred healing time. Okay, so watch a movie. And then we also have look to the stars, which is also something that I've been doing a lot recently. Okay, so stargazing, connecting with the moon's energy when you go outside, being out in nature at night. Okay, connecting with nature at night. That's something that's coming through. We also have the number 31, 54, 444 is big. That came through earlier. I don't know if I mentioned it, but 444. And the number 9. You guys are definitely in a 9 energy right now. So this is what baby wants you to know about currently and the next 30 days. Okay, embrace it, goddess. I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby does. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 2. Welcome to your spirit baby reading. This is going to be the messages that your baby wants you to know right now about your current energy as well as within the next 30 days. So as I was shuffling the cards, I started hearing like this energy or these messages may resonate with the next 30 days of your journey to baby. So the messages that you get, some of them may be confirmations, things that you're already going through and experiencing right now. And then some things may not resonate, okay, for you, and that's okay. This is a collective reading. And some may resonate later, okay? So just keep that in mind. But we're going to start off with my Hi Mama Spirit Baby Oracle message, our Oracle deck. And then I also have a couple of other cards that we'll dive into too that I've already selected and some that I may shuffle during the reading. So let's just dive right on in. So the first card we have here is, Hi Mama, it is time to release negative energy. And then baby is saying, rawr. Okay, see that little dinosaur baby there? So baby may love dinosaurs as well. Your little one may show you dinosaurs as a sign of synchronicity from them, or there's some significance to dinosaurs in your life right now, okay, or over the next 30 days. I do feel like with it's time to release negative energy, this is something that your little one has been already supporting you through, okay? I'm hearing like there's something about, they're showing me a broom, so I am seeing like a broom that I'm hearing. Now I'm hearing like Harry Potter. So this is like alchemy type energy is what I'm getting, okay? Also Halloween is a really big, really significant, because now I went through like a whole bunch of different images in my mind just now, and I saw like Harry Potter, then I saw first the broom, Harry Potter, then I saw like a cauldron, I think that's what it's called, like witch's brew, okay? And then I'm like, okay, we're getting into like this theme of like witchy theme, right? And we are in October as I'm recording this. This is timeless though, so it can resonate at any time you see this. But there's like this lower vibrational energy that I feel like your baby has been helping you get out of. I'm helping mama and papa, okay, get out of a funk. So maybe you've been feeling down in the dumps, or you've just kind of been dealing with a lot of like negative, like I'm seeing like, ooh, I just heard dark webs, which is interesting because I never put dark webs together, like on the dark web. And then dark webs. Like I just saw a spider web, but it was like it wasn't clear. It was like the webs were like they had ash over them, if you will. If there's some significance to that spiritually, let me know, you guys, in the comments. I am curious about that. I've never seen it before, but I will look it up too. Let me just write it down so that I don't forget because I am very curious about that. What does it mean when you see um, like spider webs with ash or like black spider webs? Because that's what it's kind of was looking like black, like a dark web. Okay, and I feel like you were entrapped in this, or you have been feeling like entrapped in these webs that have been like or like they've been holding on to you, or you've been holding on to them. Okay, and baby has been fighting. Like I'm seeing like a broom that's been like sweeping away this energy. Okay, cleaning, cleansing. It's so important. Also, that's another really, really strong energy that I feel like is surrounding you right now, or that your little one is really wanting you to connect with. Is like decluttering, letting go, releasing. Like these are really big energies. Like honestly, for the next 3 like full moon cycles, like you should do a releasing ritual. Okay, if you are seeing this in October when I post it, October, November, December, there may be 3 more full moons in this year, which would be really powerful, very, very powerful. But if you're seeing this at any time, the next 3 full moon cycles, I feel like it's really powerful for you to do like some releasing rituals, and to get rid of something big. I'm hearing release something big, whether it's energetically big or physically big. Like, for example, what came to mind, it's like a couch, right? Something that is big in your home, something that is big in your life, something that has just been there for a long time. It's been holding a lot of energy, something that maybe you've moved from home to home to home to home, but you take that one thing with you every single time. It could be that you need to remove or release that one big thing because it's no longer aligned with your energy. Spirit is like you're trying to go someplace new, you're trying to do something new, but that other thing is holding you back. It's keeping you trapped like a web. Okay. And I'm also hearing, mommy, you are no one's victim. You are not a victim. Okay. So for some of you guys, you've been in this, like baby was saying, like I've been helping mommy and daddy get out of this funk energy. Maybe you've been feeling like a victim. Maybe you've been feeling like, things are happening to you and baby is saying they've been happening for you. And they've also been like, once again, that cleansing energy. They've also been like cleaning the energy around you, helping to clean that energy around you. But sometimes you shoo them away, is what I'm hearing, unintentionally, or maybe even intentionally for some. You may be feeling like frustrated. What can shoo away your baby's energy is you not being open to optimism, right? Positive thoughts, not being open, being very pessimistic, not being open to like maybe like unexpected things. Maybe you want to know everything, how it's going to happen, exactly how it's going to happen. And baby's like, I'm trying to throw a surprise in there for you, okay? But you're not open to that. There's various things that I feel like can, and when it comes to this energy, that can actually push away your baby's energy, unintentionally, not knowing that you're doing that. But this is something that baby wants you to know. So the next time you have a thought that crosses your mind that may seem like you're like in an impossible situation, but like this thought comes across your mind where you're like, well, maybe this is not going to be that bad. Listen to that. Just hold that thought, even if it burns and it hurts and you're like, oh my gosh, positivity, I can't take it. Like, just hold it. Because it's your baby trying to cleanse the energy around you, or helping to cleanse that energy around you. So what I'm seeing is like it's actually poking a hole in like a cloud of like darkness. And what that does, right, when a hole is poked into a dark cloud, it allows the rain to come through, right? And I don't, that's not a literal thing, I don't believe, but like physics in terms of like clouds and rain and storm clouds. But that's what I'm seeing as like a vision is this storm cloud, and baby trying to poke holes in this storm cloud with you or for you with light, positivity, with different things like that, optimism and surprises and unexpected energy. And these are things that maybe you're like, I don't have energy for right now. I don't have time for this. Like I am, I just wanted to know. I want to know what the plan is. I want the plan to go as planned, and I want the outcome to come out as I expect. And baby's like, no, 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 let me poke some holes in this storm cloud for you so that we can release, so that we can let go, so that we can pour out. Okay. Wow. All right. So that's the first message that I have for you guys. I hope that someone needed to hear that and that it helps you in the way that, baby is intending that it should, or that it will. So we also have the Seven of Pentacles here, and you guys also have another card that came out with it, which is the Five of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting, okay, and it's also a card of investment. So I do feel like a lot of you guys, I do feel a lot of mamas, I feel the majority of you guys are mommies in waiting. Okay, I do feel like a lot of you guys are more so trying to conceive than pregnant, but you could also be pregnant too with the Seven of Pentacles. You could just maybe in your 7th month, or you tried to get pregnant for a very long time. You've been waiting for this child for a very long time. I do feel like the Five of Pentacles coming out with the Seven of Pentacles is confirming what I was feeling here. I do feel like there's this energy of lack that is surrounding you. And this is something that your baby is really wanting to help you get out of, which is why they are, cleansing the energy around you. I'm hearing that they're scaring away the scary things. They're scaring away the bad things, which is why baby in the beginning was like, rawr, rawr, okay? And what I feel here is you've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for a turnaround. Maybe you're like me and you're like, I get frustrated when I'm like looking at readings, because I'm like you guys. I do tarot readings because I like watching tarot readings. And sometimes I get frustrated when I'm looking at like one of my readers that I really enjoy watching, and they're saying the same message over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm like, okay, well, when is this going to actually happen for me? Right. And some of you guys, I feel like, have been experiencing that, where you are kind of like, okay, well, I've been hearing this thing, I've been expecting this thing, when is it going to actually happen? Okay. And what I am hearing is, there is something which is interesting. We're just talking about the rain, and I'm looking at the snow falling here on this Five of Pentacles, and I'm hearing that it may get colder before it starts to get warmer for you. Okay. Meaning that things may continue to fall, or it may get a bit harder or seem a bit harder for you before it starts to feel a bit easier. Okay, is what baby is saying. But they want you to know that you are not alone. You are not what you may feel in this energy, which is the Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, where you are feeling like you're going through this, going through the trenches, is what I keep hearing, by yourself. Baby doesn't want you to feel that way. They also want you to know that the investments that you have been making energetically, physically, financially, okay, spiritually, maybe you've been feeling like a lack in finances too, I'm hearing. It is something that, it's what you've been investing and doing, and what your investments pay off. So if you've been investing, if you've been feeling like, you've been doing things like, putting your time and energy into something to make more money, or you've been, when it comes to your fertility journey, you've been, baby dancing and going to the doctor and taking the herbs and, doing the things that you feel intuitively you're meant to do to conceive this child, then it's going to pay off. Okay. Same thing when it comes, and this is that waiting energy that I was feeling. Like, this is where that message comes in about, well, I've been doing all the things, right? I've been baby dancing, I've been taking the prenatal vitamins, I've been going to the doctor, I've gone to multiple doctors, I've done this, I've done that, and I still feel like I'm being left out in the cold. Like, no one understands me, like no one can help me, like no one sees me. And your baby is saying, you are seen. Okay, you are seen, is what I'm hearing. And your little one is sending the people that you are in need of, that is meant to help you, that is meant to support you. They have sent them your way, or they are sending them your way. Okay, it'll be different for everyone. Some of you guys already have a team of people that are collaborating to work in your favor, to help you, to support you. And some of you guys are getting ready to be approached or introduced to this team of people, okay? Or your team is being built right now. You may have seen little to no return for what you've been doing, but know that it has been making a difference, is what your baby is wanting you to know. I'm hearing baby wants me to share with you that things start in the energetic or spiritual world first before they manifest into the physical. As a matter of fact, the physical is the last thing to see the manifestation, if you will. Okay, so it goes, what I'm hearing is that it goes energetic. Okay, sometimes it's emotion first. So it's like the emotional side of something is manifested, right? I know when it comes to conceiving and conception, that is something that I believe your baby is planted or seeded into your heart first before anything else. Okay, sometimes it's a thought, but most of the time it's the heart that starts, and then the thoughts kick in, and the like, okay, well, the logic, like, okay, well, what do we need to do in order for this to happen? Oh my gosh, I gotta schedule a preconception appointment, I gotta get some prenatals, we gotta, baby dance, we gotta this, right? Then all that pours in, but it usually starts in the heart. So it's like the emotion of something, right? The desire of it first, and then from there baby is saying, then that creates, like, basically it's birthed into energy, right? It becomes an energetic thing, and then after that, then it starts to, like, form into this physical thing. But it takes time, right? It takes time. There are many layers, and I skipped a whole bunch just to get to the physical, but the physical is the slowest, right, to the last to be seen, if you will. Think of like a plant or a seed being planted into the ground, and all that it takes for that seed to sprout, right? It takes a lot, including time. And that's exactly what I feel baby is reminding you of right now. And just because you haven't seen the results that you have been wanting or you have been expecting does not mean that you will never see these results. Okay. I do feel like some of you guys have gone through the trenches, okay, is what I'm hearing with this Five of Pentacles. I don't know if I said that before in your reading or if that came through in the first pile, but I am hearing that with this Five of Pentacles, there have been some things that you guys have experienced where I'm actually, which is so crazy, just bear with me, okay? I am hearing that for some of you guys, you actually made it worse than what it truly was, or it seemed worse than what it truly was. And I'm hearing like a perspective switch, a perspective shift, actually brings new light to your situation or to the situation. Okay, this could be something that you're experiencing right now, whether it's surrounding your home, your finances, okay, your health, your pregnancy. Okay, I am hearing that things are not as bad as they seem. Okay. And a lot of the things that have piled up to make it look and seem super bad resonate with this first message, which is negative energy. Okay. A lot of it is fear, doubt, uncertainty, looking at, stories that align with a negative outcome. And I say look at, meaning like looking at social media like TikTok or YouTube videos or whatever, right, where people may have experienced something similar as you, but there was a negative outcome. Okay, I'm hearing the snowball effect, and so baby is saying like things can snowball, things can, and I feel like some things are still going to go in that direction, but there are going to be, the snow is going to melt eventually, okay, is what I'm hearing. So once again, this is a temporary thing, and which is why I love the number Five of Pentacles. Fives are temporary, okay? It's the middle. It's not the end. It is the middle. Okay, so this is not the end, is what I'm hearing. There's so much more to come. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. 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 Okay. Literally, it says positive outcome. Okay, literally, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the outcome. There is a positive outcome to come. I'm hearing the things that you are experiencing, they are making you stronger, tougher, self sufficient, independent. Okay, it's almost as if, like, and I don't want to compare it to this, but Spirit, this is what's coming through. um Almost as if, like, when your body is going through something, going through an illness, or if someone's body is going through an illness or sickness, and they have to pump it with something, or they choose to, because they don't have to, but they choose to pump it with something that may make the body feel worse first, right? The first thing that came to mind is like chemo, and radiation, treatments and different things like that. It's meant to attack whatever it is that is harming the body, but it also makes the body deteriorate in a way. It also harms other things as well along the way, right? There are other things that fall away, but in hopes of a positive outcome. Does it always happen? It doesn't always happen. Is it a possibility every single time? If they're doing it, most likely it's because there's a possibility, right? I don't, of course, know everybody's situation, so I can't say every single time there's a possibility. Sometimes people maybe just do it just out of hope, right? But there are ways of healing, and that is, again, not the only way. Some people just choose to do that, and that causes, you know, harm, in other areas of the body before things get better, right? And what I feel here is that, and that was a very extreme example, and it almost like hurt my head to even like say it, but as I'm channeling, that's something that I feel like someone here watching can relate to the most, or can understand on a deeper level. And I feel like that is the pain, the amount of pain, or the amount of, frustration, deep darkness, dark energy that may be residing within you. It the This is like for Spirit to literally compare this message to cancer, to like cancer cells, they kill off the positive cells, right? And it's almost like I don't know, of course I'm not a doctor, and so I don't know the actual physics, but I'm just hearing like it eats the other things alive. The things that are alive, it eats at it, right? And what I'm hearing is this negative energy that baby is talking about is doing the exact same thing. It is eating away at your imagination, at your visions, at your hope, at your faith, at your positivity, at like you're getting to a point where you may just be doing something just to do it, right? And you're forgetting the whole purpose behind it, the whole reason behind it. You're forgetting about the baby. You're forgetting about, and some of you guys may say that's silly, that, of course I can't forget about the baby because I'm trying to conceive the baby. But baby is saying, you're forgetting about the baby, okay? You're forgetting about them. Now it's become a competition. Now it's become, well, I know I'm gonna get pregnant, so let me just do this until it happens, right? But remember the feeling, that heart feeling. Remember the emotion that stirred within you first, that made you even jump into starting to try to conceive. Okay, you wanted to have a child with the love of your life. That's all emotion. And some of us have lost that, okay? And so this is why I feel like Spirit went into such a deep, dark energy. My goodness, okay? Um, but because of you going through this phase, you have a positive outcome that is coming. And in terms of your fertility journey, we have soon to be or early pregnancy. So some of you guys will be finding out that you're pregnant soon, or you may be pregnant already, okay? Or it's soon to happen. You are approaching a period of fertility, success, and abundance. Your investments have paid off, okay? I cannot make this up, literally, okay? It says your investments have paid off and you are starting to see positive results. Appreciate the present moment. So right now, here and right now, okay? Appreciate the present moment that you are in, because even though you may feel like you are fighting, you may feel like it is for nothing. The things you are doing are for nothing. Your spirit baby is saying that you are approaching this time where you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe everything that I was doing actually paid off. Okay. Take time right now to reconnect with your highest and most authentic self as well. Okay. Let's see what else we have here coming through. We also have the greenhouse, growth, reward, stability. The seeds you sowed will bloom into lasting achievements. Like, you guys, these are multiple decks that are saying the same thing. Okay, so you have multiple decks coming through that are saying a similar message. Greenhouse, green is all around you. We have green here, green here, green here. Growth, okay? You are in a period of growth. You are growing through this. I actually do want to pull another card before we keep moving forward. I do want to pull a card surrounding the Five of Pentacles because I want to get an additional message surrounding that and see what this is speaking on specifically for the Five of Pentacles spirit. What is this Five of Pentacles energy about? Okay, what are we speaking on when it comes to the Five of Pentacles here? Five of Pentacles energy. What is this about? We have the Three of Cups. Okay, so this is literally surrounding celebrations, okay, fun times. Like what baby was saying in regards to like you forgetting the reason why. Like this is what I feel like this is surrounding. Okay, Three of Cups is like community celebration. Maybe you've isolated yourself, or you feel like your community has failed you. You feel like you lack the support that you need. Okay, make a change, do something different so that you can grow this team. Okay, you may feel like the doctor, the Hierophant energy also for me represents like a doctor or someone that can guide you through your journey to baby. And maybe you feel like you haven't had the type of guidance that you were in need of. Okay, and I feel like this is something that is coming in, so just hold tight. Okay, with the Hierophant here. We also have marriage, commitment. Okay, you could also feel like you're starting to lack a sense of commitment, or that someone, maybe your partner, is lacking a sense of commitment here. Wherever this is here, I feel like there is a sense of lack, and maybe you feel like your doctor has been lacking the attention, not giving you the attention. Like once again, like your team has failed you. Like they haven't given you what you need. They haven't given you support, whether you are pregnant right now, conceiving, like trying to conceive, or in the process of like in the curious phase, and you're just trying to get some information, trying to get some support. I feel like whoever you are looking at, or we're looking at as your support system, there's some part of you that feels like they failed you, or that you are lacking the support that you need. But I do feel like this is something that you are going to, I'm hearing, if you've been going from doctor to doctor to doctor, if you've been paying for treatment after treatment after treatment, and if you've been like whatever you've been investing your time and energy into, if you've been having to remind your partner about something, right, consistently, it is going to pay off. Okay, it is going to pay off. It may be annoying, it may be frustrating, it may not show itself, right, the growth right now, right, and the reason why it's happening right now, but it is going to pay off. Okay, is what I'm hearing overall. Okay, definitely feel like if you feel like you're overwhelmed, if you are feeling like stressed or anxious, okay, I really do feel like your spirit is advising you to do change make some changes, or like do some things that's going to like help you welcome in the support that you are in need of. Okay, let's see what else we have here. So let's start with greenhouse, because I didn't really dive into it. It says growth, reward, stability, and so definitely spirit is saying the things that you have been, which I think is so funny. I don't want to pull it up now, but the Seven of Pentacles is actually him planting seeds and watching it grow, and it's actually a bush, and we have the greenhouse here. So okay, so lots of greenery, lots of growth. And I'm hearing, what you spend your most time on, what you give your most time to, including your thoughts, what you pour your thoughts into, is what's actually going to grow. Okay, the seeds you sowed will bloom into lasting achievements, and it doesn't have to be achievements. Okay, it can just whatever it is that you pour your time, energy, and effort into, it's going to grow. It has no choice but to grow. Okay, so pour it into something that is going to benefit you. Positive thoughts, right? Positive thoughts, positive actions, or actions that may not make sense right now, but will in the long run. This is you're in it for the long term. Okay, I'm hearing this is you're in it for the long run. Is what the spirit is saying here. Whether this is in regards to you've been trying to conceive for some other period of time, you've been in waiting for your spouse or for your partner or your teammate or your team for a period of time. You've been on this journey for a minute, okay, or this pregnancy just feels like it's been going and going, and you haven't had the support that you're in need of. Okay, I'm hearing continue to reach out, continue to do the things that you feel will make a difference. Okay, and I'm gonna go a little left for a second. If this is in regards to maybe you're in waiting for your partner, right? You're in waiting for the father of your future child or the mother of your future child, then keep doing the things that you feel are going to help you align with meeting the mother or the father of your future child. Whether you feel like it's going on an outing, traveling to a different state, joining a group chat, whatever you feel like you need to do. But those investments are going to pay off. If you are trying to conceive, maybe this is you've been investing in doctors, you've been investing in appointments, you've been investing in taking certain medication. I know I felt this way for a period of time when I kept taking letrozole over and over, cycle after cycle after cycle, and I was like, I am not getting the result that I thought I would have by now. It felt so draining. And for me, I needed to let that go for the moment. And that was something that I needed to do in that time. And that made me feel a lot better about the investments that I was making, because I didn't feel like that investment was actually paying off. I felt there was lack in that investment. And so for some of you guys, that may be the case as well. If you feel like there's lack in an investment, shift, change, make a difference, do something different. Whatever you pour your time and energy into, it is going to eventually pay off. So what I feel here is that if you're pouring into something that feels like it's not giving you the return that you're in need of, then don't just continue to do the same thing over and over again. Make the change, do something different. Okay. If you feel like it's something that like you've gotten a small return, you've seen a small investment, okay, then obviously you are seeing some sort of change and it is helping, but maybe there's a need for some additional support, okay, some additional guidance surrounding it. And I definitely believe that was the case for me. So when I am back actively trying to conceive, then that's something that I will take into consideration, because that medicine really did help me when it came to my body. And I did like partial result that I was getting, which was for my body, but I still wasn't getting the overall result. And now I know why. So, it's kind of like it may not make sense in the moment, but it will eventually make sense. And then when it comes to my pregnant mamas who are watching this as well, okay, I do feel like maybe you feel like your OBGYN hasn't been giving you the attention that you're in need of. Maybe you need to connect with someone who can work with you more one-on-one, maybe a midwife or doula, okay? Maybe connecting with, someone who is like a pregnancy doula, or someone who can guide you, hold your hand and guide you and take you through step by step. Okay, maybe you feel like the friends that were your friends are no longer your friends. Okay, then do what you feel intuitively you should do. Get on some, I don't know, people don't use Facebook as much, but I'm hearing like go to Facebook and find a pregnant mama group. Okay, I don't know, in your area. Do the things that you feel are going to actually give you a reward. Okay, create some sort of stabilization, and pour into that. Okay, don't pour into the other side of it, which is the what I don't have, the lack, right? Because you are strong, you are powerful, and you've got this, is what I'm hearing. Okay, beautiful. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I am so excited to see what other messages your little one has for you today. We have 3 of my Spirit Baby confetti decks, or confetti messages, and then we're going to end with the self-care message. So let's see what else baby wants to wants to share. Have fun, mama. Okay, have fun. Maybe even start a baby registry wish list. Okay, if you are pregnant, start your registry. If you're not, start your registry. Okay. Or do a Pinterest board or a vision board or something where you can start listing the things that you want. But baby wants you to add some fun and joy back into this journey for yourself. We also have Mama and Papa. You can connect with my energy through your dreams. Beautiful. And I'm hearing closer. Okay, closer to my dreams. So I'm hearing that, you are getting closer to your dream, okay? And for some of you guys, you're actually living a wish fulfillment right now, okay? Like maybe a couple years back, a couple months back, a couple weeks back, you wanted to be in this position and you weren't sure how you were going to get here. But through a conversation, through a thought, through a vision, through some sort of investment that you gave towards wanting where you wanted to go, you got here, right? And then maybe you haven't had the result that you have wanted so far or yet, right? But you are getting closer to your dreams. And I also am hearing baby has been connecting to you through your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Write down, your dreams in a dream journal. That's something that I feel like is also going to be very powerful for you at this time, and something baby's wanting you to do. And then we also have with you can connect with my energy through your dreams. I'm hearing like visions, okay? Your daydreams, your visions. Create a vision board for baby, like kind of like what we talked about here. And then we also have turtles and frogs are my favorite animals, mommy. I show them to you when I'm around you, okay? So baby loves to show you turtles and frogs. And that could be your favorite animal too, I'm hearing. All right, so let's see what your self-care message. This is something that baby wants you to take with you. If you've loved this reading, then I want you to put and you've made it this far, I want you to put a frog or a turtle emoji down below in the comment section so I know that you were in PAL 2, or a green heart if you were in PAL 2. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you love the messages, okay? Now, wow. Chills. I have not seen these cards, you guys. Wow. Your self-care message is to clear your energy field, okay? I swear when I'm doing readings, you guys, sometimes I feel like I'm wow whoopsie. Sometimes I say wow so many times. I'm like wow, and I think wow whoopsie. And I feel like that's what you're going to be saying too at the end of this. I feel like you're going to be like wow. My fertility goddess told me that this was going to happen. She told me that things were going to be okay. Wow, I never thought that I could get out of this funk. I never thought that I would be back to feeling like myself, or that I was going to start having fun in this journey again, or have hope in this journey again. And I do. So remember that, okay? And come back and let me know too. But cleanse your energy field. Light that sage. Take that spiritual bath. Do what you need to do to cleanse your energy. And baby's like, look, I've been sweeping, but I need your help too. So this is your self-care message for today, okay, and for the next 30 days. And then we have the number 10, which means that you're at the end of this cycle, okay? So remember that as well, as you are going through or growing through these experiences. You are approaching the end. Okay, goddess? So I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust. And if you were attracted to any other pile, then go ahead and check it out. If not, and you want to book a personal session with me, I do have readings available right now. Click the link down below to see which readings are available to you. Check out the description box. And I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust. Bye. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 3. Welcome to your spirit baby messages. These are your baby's most urgent messages for you right now, or a message they really want to get across to you, because it could just be one big message, or maybe like a multiple little messages. So we'll just see. We're going to start off with my Hi Mama Spirit Baby Oracle deck, and then I have a few other cards that I've already pre-selected for you, or pre-shuffled, and that I have for you right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first message baby wants to share with you is that financial investment is a big part of your conception journey. So I do feel like, baby's acknowledging that there are going to be some financial investments that you may put towards conceiving them. Or I just feel like, baby is really wanting to maybe confirm or just prepare you and let you know that you will be spending some big bucks for this child, okay? Whether this is like conceiving them, buying stuff for them, or this is like, maybe having like big, extravagant baby shower, gender reveal, I'm seeing somebody with like a cake that kind of looks like it belongs at a wedding, like, like all these different things. I'm also hearing too, baby is saying like, some of you guys may be experiencing like financial restraints right now, or strain, if you will. And I am feeling like, this is something that the reason why you are experiencing certain things going on with your finances at this time is because your little one is saying this is also something that is like, how do I say this? It feels like it is a big lesson or a part of your finances are really important when it comes to like your child, your future child's energy. This is like, I don't know, like you guys are meant to be like your child will be really wealthy, or like you're meant to be like have a lot of money with this child, or like I want to call this baby like the money baby. Like no lie, like it feels like there's something around like they're going to be giving you like teaching you a lot of lessons about money, or they have been like that's something because this child, I want to say this child is expensive, okay? Whether it's because you're doing IVF or IUI, or, there's going to be like some other big investments that you make, like buying devices or just buying a lot of pregnancy tests or a lot of, trying to conceive can be expensive. But there's some sort of like your baby it goes deeper than that as well. It also is like touching your money, your partner's money, and I feel like baby is saying like you're going through certain lessons, or you've been experiencing certain lessons, or being challenged even, to get your money up, or to budget better, or to learn how to invest. Some of you guys may have been feeling like you want to learn how to invest in different things, flip houses and like do all these different things. I feel like because your money is meant to be long, okay, with these children, is what I'm hearing, and not just child, but children. And what I feel here is that, this is something that you are also going to be teaching your child as well. Something that you're going to be teaching your child as well, I feel like, is about the money it's about money. I feel like you're meant to learn certain lessons and go through certain experiences surrounding your finances so that you can hand this down to your child, this knowledge, this wisdom, these connections, and then they can also keep the money long in the family. Generational wealth is what I'm hearing, okay, surrounding this message too. Also, baby wants you to know that if you have had any fear around finances or being able to provide for your child or your children, you're going to be able to do that. Okay. I'm hearing, what is that saying? A hard head makes a soft bottom. So, which tells me that some of you guys are really learning in this lifetime, like you're really learning hard lessons about your finances. Like you're going through financial loss, you are experiencing, like things that where you see other people like just living it up and just spending the money, and it comes easy to them, but for you it may seem like it comes hard. Like your mindset, your mental about around finances is being challenged so hard, but your baby wants you to know that they're right there by your side. Okay, they are right there by your side, so, helping you. Now, of course, this is collective. This message will not resonate with everybody, but I do feel like the message that will resonate with most of you is that this baby is expensive, and this baby wants you to know you're going to be spending some big bucks for them if you haven't already. And they're telling you to go all out for the baby shower, go all out for I'm even hearing like have a baby moon, right? So right before baby comes, like go have a baby moon before this baby is born, like have some time with your partner, like splurge is what I'm hearing, but also, in a smart way, wise way, but you are being given the go for for doing what you want to do when it comes to your baby and the financial investments that you make. Okay. Now we also have the Seven of Swords. I think this is the only tarot card that we have from this deck. So I am going to pull another card here and see what this is speaking on. But I feel like, the Seven of Swords can represent this energy of like sneakiness. It can represent this energy of like people going behind your back, or, but I like to see this card as I have a different perspective of this card. I like to see it as like strategic, okay? And the reason being is because this guy on this card, the reason why he also has this energy of sneakiness is because, he's actually stealing these swords from the army, or the, whomever, the people that are wanting to like use them against him. He's like stealing the swords so that they can't use them. And to me, not only is this being an energy of like he's sneaking behind their back while they're eating their food over here and laughing and doing whatever, but it's also showing a different way of getting the job done. And I feel like that's a message that's coming through here. I feel like over the next 30 days, and I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but the babies were telling me that, these messages may not resonate right now, but they could over the next 30 days. And I feel like over the next 30 days, for some of you guys, 7 days, 7 weeks, there are even 7 months, I am hearing that there is like something that is going to kind of like come through as an aha moment for you, where things are going to start to make sense that didn't make sense before. I'm also hearing mastering something, so you may actually start to master something as well. I do feel like this pregnancy, or you conceiving this baby, it's going to happen in a way that is non-traditional. It does feel to me there is going to be some sort of innovation, thinking outside the box that's involved as well, which could be why we have this financial investment. Okay, maybe you are paying for tests that maybe people don't traditionally have, or you're paying for procedures that are not pretty common, or could be common, but just you have to pay out of pocket. It's not something that the insurance traditionally covers. Like different things like that is what's coming through. And so there is some sense of innovation here surrounding your fertility journey, or this upcoming energy that is surrounding you. We also have the Five of Wands. Interesting. So Five of Wands, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. And I haven't looked at the bottom of the deck for any of these cards or any of these piles yet. And so you guys are the last pile. So definitely feel like this is something that, once again, is a bit different than what I've done, which is what I feel like is the message that's coming through for you, baby, wanting you to know that, mommy, maybe this is going to be a bit different than your previous pregnancy, or you're going to conceive me in a way that is different than what other people have done in the family. I do feel like, with this set, it could even be like some of you guys could be struggling with secondary infertility. Okay, it could be that maybe you got pregnant easily before and now you're struggling, or maybe you've had a couple of children and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And there's all these questions, there's all these things like, is it my age, or is it the person that I'm with because I want a new person? There's like all these different things, and what I'm hearing is like, it kind of feels a bit chaotic here. And the way to get through, or to break through from this sense of chaos here, to get out of this bundle of questions, if you will, is to allow yourself to do things, to be a bit innovative, to do things a bit differently. Okay, I do feel like that's going to give you a breakthrough, and help you like get out of this energy of Five of Wands, which represents conflict. It can represent internal conflict where you're like going back and forth with yourself when you don't know what idea to move forward with, what action to take. There's a lot of questions, a lot of unknown energy. And with the bottom of the deck being the Ace of Wands, it's letting me know that you are going to be, ultimately, you are going to come to a conclusion, or there is going to be something that actually helps you move forward. I do feel like with the Ace of Wands, Spirit is letting you know that you are being given an opportunity to conceive this child, or to move forward with a sense of move forward with something that you feel very passionate about, you feel comfortable with, you feel like, okay, this is going to get me to where I need to be. Or this could simply be like baby dancing, or getting the action done that you've been trying to do. So if, for example, you've been trying to baby dance with your partner, but maybe there's a conflict in your schedules, or you've been trying to get into the doctor's office but they keep canceling or rescheduling on you, or you can't make it, there's like always a reason why, then I feel like there is going to be some sort of innovative or different way of approaching the situation that is actually going to get you and allow you to take action in the way that you've been trying to for some time. Okay, but I am hearing like leave the things that have happened in the past, okay, and allow yourself to move forward in a way that feels like bright and like excited, and the same type of energy you had before there was like some sense of conflict. Okay, is what I feel here. A lot easier said than done, but I do feel like it is something that is powerful for you. Now the next message we have here coming through for you, okay, is the Eight of Pentacles. Ambition, dedicated effort, and diligence. Take time to gain more knowledge about fertility treatments and understanding your reproductive health. Yeah, so the message that I feel like is the strongest here for you guys is like innovation, right? Doing something a bit different. If you're not really familiar, for example, maybe you baby danced before, one time and you conceived, and now, you're trying to conceive again. Maybe you had experienced a loss or a chemical pregnancy, or it could also be that maybe someone around you or people in your family, they just, they get pregnant easily, and you're like, what the heck is going on with with me, right? There's like these questions that are coming up here. And I feel here is like your baby is advising you to take some time right now, pause for a second, especially if you feel like you're in this sense of confusion, chaos, or there's just a lot of chaotic energy around you. Pause, pull yourself from that energy, take a step back, go into hermit mode if you have to, okay, and take time to gain more knowledge about yourself, your body, do some testing, right? You may have to invest in some tests that are not traditional, for like maybe just a regular doctor or your GYN to do, invest in like some other treatments. You make maybe some tests at home testing, like Mira or Anito, or a device of some sort, so that you can understand your reproductive health. I'm also hearing, this is also something to do with your partner as well. This could also be getting him tested, or him having himself tested, or doing different things to that maybe he didn't have to do before. Maybe he has children, but this time around, he may need some additional testing. Maybe he's like, I've just, me and my previous partner, we just got pregnant. It was just easy. It just happened, right? But there are so many other factors that are playing a role right now, is what I'm hearing. Okay, if you're watching this, and I do feel like, Spirit is saying like, okay, that was then, this is now. Once again, release the past, right? And move forward with a fresh perspective. That just act like you're doing this for the very first time. Right? And that's what I'm hearing. Like every single cycle, act like you're doing this for the very first time. You've never done this before. Okay. So whatever spark of inspiration you have, whatever idea that comes to you, whatever, feeling you have, like just move with it. Move with it. Choose one. Spirit is saying with the 5 of Wands, because there's all these different wands involved. Choose one and move forward with it. And if that's not the one, then go back in with the 8 of Pentacles. I wish I had like the imagery for the 8 of Pentacles here. Let me see if I can find it. But like with the 8 of Pentacles, it's literally like him, he's working, he has like a workbench, and there's like 8 pentacles that are, or 7 pentacles that are lined up on the wall, and he's working on the 8th one, and it represents him like going through, pentacle by pentacle and trying to perfect the pentacle, right? And it's like an energy of practice makes perfect. And it's like, even though this last one didn't work, I'm just going to go back in as if I didn't just do this, work hard on this other one. And I'm going to take the same energy, the same effort, the same dedication that I had before. I'm not going to let that, frustration energy, or that, like, I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm just going to take the same energy and I'm going to put it into this new, pentacle, and I'm going to make this one bigger and better than the previous one, right? I'm going to eventually get it to how I want it to be. But in order for that to happen, we need the same energy, the same effort, the same, vibe going into this. And so Spirit is like, take the one, take one and keep moving, is what I'm hearing. And that's going to help you, release any delays or any regrets or any, and that's the other thing too. Any regrets from your past, release them. Spirit is saying, release them. It happened. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, keep moving forward. You guys, I'm really looking through my traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck right now, because I really want to show you the imagery. Some of you guys, and most of you, may be familiar with the 8 of Pentacles already, but I feel like it's important. Here it is. Yay! It's important for you to see it. So here it is. Okay, so this is the 8 of Pentacles. He's been working on his pentacles, and each time he goes back in to create another one, it's getting better and better and better and better. And I love that actually he has them like lined up, it looks like against the wall, and they're on display. He's not trying to hide them. He's not trying to, he's not feeling ashamed. He's not like, oh, that one sucked, or this one was too dark, or this one was too light, or this one was lopsided. Like, maybe he has these thoughts in his head and we don't know, right? Because we, it's just, we're focused on the pentacles. But that's the thing. He's not making the conflict or what went wrong or what happened in the past. He's not making that the focus. He's not making that, like the center of attention. He wants you to see all the work and effort he's put in. He wants you to see, look at what I did. He is proud of his work. And I'm hearing, allow pride to be your drive. Okay. Allow, like, the fact that you are even on this journey, that you even get up each day and you still recite those affirmations, even though you've been trying to conceive for 6 years, 7 years, whatever it may be, right? Get up and still say that affirmation. Get up and still prepare and have that, oh, like, I can't wait to hold my baby feeling in your heart, right? Be proud of who you are and who you have become throughout the conflict. Be grateful that you have the money in order for you to invest in the things that are needed, are necessary at this time in your life, or in this particular journey to your baby. Every pregnancy is different. Every journey to a pregnancy will be different as well. Every child is different, right? So we can't expect anything less. Your symptoms may be different. They may be the same. It's just everything is different. Is what Spirit is saying. Okay, everything is different. And as I say that, I'm also hearing the song from the Lego movie. Everything is awesome. Okay, everything is good when you're part of a team. So that's something that's important too. Okay, knowing that you are meant to work with a team, not against a team. Okay, don't if you are like being given multiple ideas or you have a team that is supporting you, sometimes you may feel like they're working against you. You may feel like someone's doing something behind your back, or they shouldn't be, or they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. And Spirit is saying, get out of your head. Get out of your head, or make it right. Okay. Speak out to them, say something to them, tell them what it is. This is something that is going to actually help, or this is something that is actually going to make a difference. Okay. Now, the message at the bottom of this deck here says, by consistently refining your approach and making necessary adjustments, you will increase your chances of achieving your fertility goals. You are in charge of your effort. Stay committed. Okay. So this is exactly what I was just talking about in regards to the other Eight of Pentacles and how he actually had his refinements, right, on display. He realized that each one was different, right? And he's like, well, I'm just going to put them all on display because I'm actually proud of every single one. And I feel like this is talking about your cycle after cycle after cycle after cycle, okay? Or maybe you're pregnant right now and this is talking about your pregnancies and how they've been different. You know, every pregnancy is different. Every pregnancy is not going to have the same outcome, even if internally you have all this fear and all these, thoughts and things that are coming through and you're like, oh, I don't know, they're clashing, things just aren't going how you thought they were going to go. It's okay. Take a deep breath. Okay, and take one energy that you would love to take with you on your pregnancy journey, and take that energy and go with it. I doubt that it'll be fear, it'll be doubt, it'll be scarcity or lack or any of those feelings that you may have that you want to take. Maybe it's the joy, the excitement, what is it like? I won't say anxiety, but it feels like this anxiety, like, well, I guess it's excitement. Excitement and anxiety is such a close like feeling, but it's so similar to each other. But it's like I feel like there's like this crawly feeling where you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't wait to know baby's gender, there's this, and I guess it's just all excitement, right, and joy, and not knowing what to expect. But maybe that's the thing you want to take with you. Grab that stick by the hand and just take it with you. Spirit is saying, okay. And then things are going to shift. You're not going to always have that one stick with you. Once again, you're going to find yourself back in that Five of Wands energy where there's a whole bunch of things coming at you at once, and you're feeling all these emotions and you're feeling all these thoughts are running through your head, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. You're going to have to refine. That's the time to refine. That's the time to pause, go back into hermit mode, reflect, and refine. Take that one thing with you and run with it for as long as you can until it's time to shift and do something different again. Okay. And that's what I feel like baby wants you to know. This in itself could be what's not traditional about this pregnancy for you, or about this journey for you. You're not going to be in one particular space the entire time, baby is letting you know. Okay. And this for someone is confirmation, because you've been going through the ups and downs of this journey, and you're like, why can't I just do one thing, stick with it, and get pregnant? Or why can't I just do, get pregnant, have this smooth pregnancy, no ups and downs? Baby is saying this is why, because it is not meant to go this way for us. Okay. Baby's like, this is the journey that we are meant to have. And that is absolutely okay. Baby's like, I'm in this for the long haul. You're in this for the long haul. We're both dedicated to this thing. Dad is dedicated to this thing. Therefore, we are good. We are golden. Okay. So stay committed. Know that you are in charge of your effort. You may not be in charge of the outcome. You may not have a say in what the outcome would be, but you are in charge of the effort that you put into your experiences. Okay? I love it. Let's see what else we have here. We have home gym. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna take this literal too. Some of you guys, if you chose pile 3, maybe you've been thinking about working out. Okay, and baby's like, work out. Okay, go to the gym. If you have a home gym in your inside your home, or maybe in your like apartment complex, maybe they have a gym or something, or you have a gym membership. It's time to get back in the gym. Okay, is what I'm hearing. We also have push, pain, and breakthrough, which I do feel like there is a breakthrough with this Ace of Wands energy. There's definitely like this new beginning happening in your journey to baby over the next 30 days. It does say a nudge through pain. Growth comes when you're forced to move. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. That gave me chills because I don't really like that energy. I don't like being forced to do anything as a stubborn Virgo, and therefore, that gave me chills. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I do feel like this is 100% fact. Okay, like it is 100% fact. When you are forced to move or forced to do something, like literally, I'm seeing you being like the head. I don't know if that's the head, or I'm seeing like a push pin, right? And how like the tip is the tip. So I'm seeing you be the tip of the push pin. It's like you are the tip, the pointy part of the push pin that has to push through the wall. That little tip of the push pin actually has the hardest job. Therefore, because it creates the hole, it has to push through the physical part, and then the rest of the push pin gets to chill and just slide through, right? It doesn't feel as much pressure, as much force, right, as you may feel. And what I feel here is that even though you have that experience, or you have had that experience where it was uncomfortable, it didn't feel good, it was different, okay, you have now created a new, like, just stay with me with that push pin analogy. See it pushing through a wall. Now there is a new hole, which means there's a new path, which means there's a new way of doing, right? And that's what that innovative energy is about. So even though it may feel uncomfortable, it may be painful, it may not be, you may cry over it night after night after night. You may not want to do it, okay? It's just just completely okay? It is worth it, okay? It is what is creating your breakthrough, and it will be different for everybody, so just keep that in mind. But it is what is creating your breakthrough. It is what's helping you grow. It is what's helping you move forward. It is what's helping you welcome in this beautiful baby, okay? Also working out. And when I said working out, I heard it's all working out. Okay, so I love that. So we have a couple of more messages, or 2 more decks to use that I already have the cards pulled for. You guys actually got 3 self-care cards. I think you got the most self-care cards from this entire reading, or within this entire reading. If you guys have enjoyed these messages and it's something that is resonating with you, I want you to put a teddy bear emoji down in the comment section, or a pink or blue heart. Okay, that'll let me know that you're on pile 3, you've made it to this part of the reading, and that this resonated with you. And of course, if it resonated, I would love to see a thumbs up on this video. Interacting with this video lets YouTube know that you guys are enjoying the content, and it'll help push my content out to more goddesses who need to see these messages as well. So thank you to all who have already done that, and who will do that. So let's see what your spirit baby messages are before we dive into your self-care. Okay, so oh my gosh, we have next year is our year to meet. So for some of you guys, okay, you may be pregnant right now, or you may be finding out you're pregnant within the next year, okay, within the next 12 months. I do feel like next year's our year to meet could definitely be baby being born in 2026, or whenever you're seeing this, okay, it's timeless, so within the next year. So that's so exciting. I feel like that's confirmation from baby, especially if you've been on this journey for some time, or you've been just wondering when baby is like next year, mama. Okay, we also have there's something going on around you that I have been trying to bring your attention to. It's really important. I send you signs. So I'm gonna go back to the 7 of Swords and this 5 of Wands, because like I said, it can represent like sneakiness, or someone being like backstabbing energy, with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords together, of course, we talked about it in relation to fertility because this is a spirit baby reading. But I also want to speak on the fact that it could also be that the energies around you are too chaotic. People are messy, situations are messy, like, so be mindful of that too, because I do feel like that could be something that one of your little ones are trying to get across to you as well. And you'll know if that message is for you. Please only take it if it is for you. But I definitely, one thing I won't do is ignore a message. Okay. I don't like to talk about, like the deep, dark, crazy, chaotic energy, messy energy, but that's exactly what I'm seeing here. So I definitely am not going to just bypass it, okay? Because I am here to give you the messages that your spirit baby wants you to have, and that is a message they want you to have. So if you feel like there is somebody in your circle, there is something around you or someone around you that is like icky, that something that is just like doesn't fit, right? I'm hearing one of these things don't belong, okay? And it's like, which one? If you feel like there's something like that going on around you, that it is so important that you eliminate that. It's time for the elimination round, okay? It's what I'm hearing. And we have mommy irregular cycles are a bit of a blockage in our path. So for my girlies who have irregular cycles, maybe you have PCOS or you have other hormonal imbalances or other things going on with your body that causes your menstrual cycle to be irregular, be mindful that this could cause a delay, okay, or a blockage in your path. Definitely do something to help support you in terms of regulating things. I am seeing natural things that may be supportive. It could be something medical. Some of you guys may actually get progesterone, or there's like these sometimes, is it progesterone? Is that what it's called? Progesterone. I'm seeing like those little pills. They're like, sometimes they will give them to you if you don't have a cycle or your cycle hasn't started. Some of you guys may actually get that to help start your cycle if your cycle has been irregular, or they may actually put you on like birth control to help you regulate your cycle. I am hearing that as well. That could be your confirmation that if you've been thinking about that. But for the most part, I do feel like this is like a natural intervention method. This could be with the wands energy. I am getting like acupuncture. You could also like use herbal healing as well. But remember, dedicated effort is important. So when it comes to that, this is something that is not just like a one-time thing. It's going to regulate. I'm hearing like stay dedicated to whatever this healing method is, and you will see a difference. Okay, you will experience a difference. And also, irregular cycles can also resonate with if you have regular menstrual cycles. That may not be your message, but it can also resonate with like irregularity in your actions. Okay, so for example, maybe you start doing something, you like start a process, but you don't finish it out. Okay, I am hearing that by you being in that Eight of Pentacles energy, right? Energy, energy. You are actually going to get the result, okay, that you desire. But irregular cycles could be causing a blockage or a delay in you receiving your baby, because what I'm feeling from this is like, for example, I'll use me as an example. Me and my partner, we did an IUI cycle, but we only did one, okay, and we got so discouraged, we got so frustrated, we didn't want to invest in it anymore. We didn't want to invest mentally, emotionally, financially, like none of that, and we stopped it. Who's to say the second cycle wasn't going to be the cycle that brought us our baby, or the third cycle, or the fourth, or the fifth? Okay, we gave up, we stopped. And I feel like there is something that, and I know that, and I've had to come to that realization, acceptance, and so has he, and we've had conversations about it, and we've been able to move beyond that, right? So when we move forward, I actually did like doing IUI. It was actually fun for me, so that may be something that I would want to do again. And with the Ace of Wands, I'm going to take that one thing that I want to take from that experience, which was the excitement of like, oh my gosh, like I loved being supported. I loved having somebody like look after me and like, or looked after us and guide us like step by step. I like that. Maybe it's a verbal thing, but I like that. So that's something that I will take, that energy and excitement from that experience, and I will bring that to my next experience. But everything else I will leave behind, because it is the past. It is behind me, right? We've already healed from that. We're not going to take that chaotic energy, but we are going to be open to moving forward innovatively. Okay, like, so that's kind of like the energy that I'm getting here, and that may resonate with you, word for word, but it may not, because it's my story, not yours. But I definitely feel feel like there is some sense of irregularity in something that maybe you said you were going to do and then you guys stopped. Okay, it could just simply be taking supplements, vitamins, and you were like, oh yeah, my vitamin D is low, I'm gonna, stay on this, I'm gonna stay on it, I'm gonna keep taking this until, and I'm gonna get tested by the doctor, make sure my levels are up, and I'm gonna keep taking what I need to do, and I'm gonna change my eating habits, and then you like stop. Maybe you started saying you're gonna go to the gym or you're gonna work on your health, and then you started, but then you stopped. Okay, so that seems to be like the theme here when it comes to the irregularity, okay, as well. So let's see what we have here when it comes to self-care. These are your last messages. The first one we have is a massage. Okay, so getting a massage if you have been stressed, okay, which I do feel like some of you guys have been stressing out. It's time to relax. It's time to get a massage. Even one at home, you can do like have your partner massage. You can massage yourself, okay? But this also feels like a little professional to me, okay? Maybe it's time to invest in that. We also have drink tea. Ooh, this looks so cozy and so exciting. So I do feel like, drinking tea is something that is also going to give you what you need. And I was just saying, if you have irregular cycles, maybe it's a tea, like a fertility tea that can help you. As most of you guys know, I like a few different brands. One company is Ace Trophy Pure, and they have teas that have helped me and helped other goddesses in our community. Also, the Goddess Collection, okay, Crystal, the Alkaline Doula, she is amazing. She is so gifted, and I have some teas here from her as well. I've used them. My family has used them. My fiance has used them. So like, yes. Okay. And also some goddesses in our community as well. And as well as Wisdom of the Womb. Okay. Wisdom of the Womb is another company that I really like. And I haven't purchased from her recently, but I have purchased in the past. And I really did like her detox tea. And there were some other things that I had too. But when it comes to irregular cycles, what helped me the most was Ace Trophy Pure. And it actually was her fertility drops. And that's something that really helped me and supported me. And actually, I was this was like 2 years ago, I think October 2024. Yeah, I think it was October, literally 2 years ago. No, 23, literally 2 years ago. Okay, and I like was what's it called, waiting for my cycle. It had been late, it was late, but I was cramping, and I was like, oh, like I was having such a hard time. And I literally like took the tincture the day that I got it, because I was like, I'm gonna start tomorrow morning. I was like, nah, forget that. I'm just gonna take it tonight, and then I'll do it again tomorrow. The next day I woke up and my cycle had started. So I was like, whoa, these herbs are powerful. So that's the other thing that has helped me with irregular cycles. And I was actually regular for the entire year 2024, and then 2025 up until I think it was like May or June, and then stress got the best of me. And then I recently, and I'll mention this too, even though I haven't used it as frequently, but I've recently started a combo of inositol and another fertility tea. And just to kind of try it out, I saw it on TikTok, and I was like, let me try these out. And I actually love both of those, and they actually help regulate my cycle. So after just drinking it for a couple of weeks, so I probably will mention that on TikTok more so than here. But yeah, so that's something too that has helped. So the natural thing is real, guys. Okay, if you've been questioning it. And they also have Beauty Ritual. I love it. Okay. So Beauty Ritual is also something, and it's so crazy. I recently just said, I was like, you know what? I used to do my nails all the time. It was something that really helped with it was a relaxation thing for me. Like I just and I stopped, and I'm going to start doing, I said, I'm going to start doing that again. So some of you guys need to get back into your beauty routine, whether it's your hair, your nails, your makeup. It could even have to do with like getting a tattoo. Maybe you've been wanting to get tattoos, or there's something about that, beautifying yourself, whatever that means for you. Okay. And that dedicated effort just came back to mind. So, dedicating your energy, your time, your effort to your own self-care is big for you too. Okay, maybe you haven't been doing that, and baby's like, it's time to get back into that. I'm also hearing that too. Okay, so this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that you enjoyed your messages. I feel like you guys have been waiting for this reading, or just a reading in general, and I hope it was worth the wait. I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course baby dust. And if you want to book a personal session with me, all the details are down below in the description box. See you in the next one. Bye.